Have you ever felt her energy shift? Like suddenly she's more present, more responsive, more attentive. Right when you step back and stop giving everything, it's not magic, it's psychology. When a woman is secretly hooked, she doesn't confess it. She reveals it through subtle patterns, unconscious shifts. And if you know what to look for, you'll see it before she even admits it to herself. These aren't the obvious signs. No "I miss you" texts or clingy behavior. These are deep behavioral cues that expose her emotional investment, signs that her mind is running loops about you even while her mouth stays silent. If this already speaks to you, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. We go deeper from here. She finds herself checking your page, not liking, not commenting, just observing. That's because her investment has gone silent, but it's growing. When a woman is truly hooked, she won't always engage loudly. She studies. She stays quiet so she doesn't reveal how often you cross her mind. Sign 1. She starts mirroring your pace. You take a few hours to reply, so does she. You become less available. Suddenly she's got plans too. But this isn't disinterest. It's a subconscious attempt to maintain emotional symmetry. Because now, you're the standard she's calibrating to. She doesn't want to seem too eager, so she adjusts to match your rhythm. But in doing so, she reveals something critical. She's watching you closely, responding not to your words, but to your patterns. And that kind of attunement only comes when a woman is emotionally invested. Sign 2. She asks questions that seem casual, but they're layered. She wants to know who you've been with, what you've been doing, but wrapped in jokes or curiosity. Still ghosting the world? Or, bet the gym misses you. She's scanning for presence, for emotional availability, and the deeper truth? She's not asking for answers. She's checking for consistency. She wants to know if you're still grounded, still unshaken. Because if she's hooked, your stability becomes her compass. Your mood, your movement, it starts to matter more than she'll admit. Sign 3. Her energy softens around you. Not always in words, but in tone, in eye contact, in presence. She lingers a little longer in conversation, laughs a little easier. Her guard lowers, not because she's trying to seduce you, but because she feels safe in your calm. That softness is powerful. It means she's no longer performing. She's letting herself be seen. And when a woman does that, it's not random, it's rare. She's not open with everyone. She's open with the man who doesn't need to be loud to hold her attention. Sign 4. She brings up things you've said before, lines you dropped weeks ago, passing thoughts you barely remembered. But she remembered. Because when she's hooked, your words don't just pass through her. They stay. They echo. They shape how she sees you. This isn't about flattery. It's about imprinting. When a woman recalls your exact phrasing, your tone, even your silence, that's not coincidence. That's emotional weight. You've taken up space in her mental world, and she's quietly navigating around it. Sign 5. Her silence shifts. It's no longer passive. It's strategic. When she pulls back, it's not because she's lost interest. It's because she's testing polarity. She wants to see if your energy follows hers, or if you stay grounded in your own gravity. This is the moment most men fail. They chase the silence, fill it with need. But the Stoic man, he leans back further, not out of spite, but strength. He knows that a woman truly hooked doesn't disappear. She circles. She lingers in the shadows, watching your response. And here's where your power returns. Not by reacting, but by remaining. Remaining calm, remaining focused, remaining unavailable to chaos. When she sees that her silence doesn't shake you, it doesn't push you into confusion or neediness, her curiosity turns to attraction. Because now she's the one feeling unsteady, not in fear, but in fascination. She starts to wonder, what is he thinking? Why isn't he chasing? That mystery, the unknown, is what makes her lean in deeper, not because you pushed, but because you pulled back with purpose. And here's the paradox. When you stop trying to convince her, you become more convincing. When you stop proving your value, she starts discovering it. In your silence, in your focus, in the way you remain undisturbed when most men would fold. That's when the chase reverses. Not with grand gestures, but with quiet shifts. She texts first. She asks more. She shows up, not out of obligation, but out of pull. Because you've become something rare, a man who doesn't need her energy to validate his own. She may not say it out loud, but everything in her actions whispers the truth. She's hooked. And not because you tried harder, but because you stood still. You became the calm in her chaos, the one thing she couldn't control, and now can't stop thinking about. So here's the shift. Recognize these signs, not to manipulate, but to master yourself. If she's hooked, don't chase it. Own it. Stay grounded. Stay quiet. Let your energy do the talking. Because when a man holds his frame, the world, including her, starts leaning in.